But the misfortune is, they always leave the affairs worse than they find them. A change of government is at all times dangerous, but at present may be fatal, without the utmost caution just after emerging out of a tedious and expensive war. Feeble in our nature and complicated in our form, we are little able to bear the rough posting of civil dissensions which are likely to ensue. Even now, discontent and opposition distract our councils. Division and despondency affect our people. Is it then a time to alter our government, that government which even now totters on its foundation and will, without tender care, produce ruin by its fall? Beware, my countrymen. Our enemies, uncontrolled as they are in their ambitious schemes, fretted with losses and perplexed with disappointments, will exert their whole power and policy to increase and continue our confusion. And while we are destroying one another, they will be repairing their losses and ruining our trade. Of all the plagues that infest a nation, a civil war is the worst. Famine is severe, pestilence is dreadful, but in these, though men die, they die in peace. The father expires without the guilt of the son, and the son, if he survives, enjoys the inheritance of his father. Cities may be thinned, but they never plundered or burnt. When a civil war is kindled, there is then forth no security of property nor protection from any law. Life and fortune become precarious, and all that is dear to men is at the discretion of profligate soldiery, doubly licentious on such an occasion. Cities are exhausted by heavy contributions or sacked because they cannot answer exorbitant demand. Countries are eaten up by the parties they favor and ravaged by the one they oppose. Fathers and sons sheathe their swords in another's bowels in the field, and their wives and daughters are exposed to rudeness and lust of ruffians at home. And when the sword has decided quarrel, the scene is closed with banishments, forfeitures, and barbarous executions that entail distress on children then unborn. May heaven avert the dreadful catastrophe. In the most limited governments, what wranglings, animosities, factions, partiality, and all other evils that tend to embroil a nation and weaken a state are constantly practiced by legislators. What then may we expect if a new constitution be adopted as it now stands? The great will struggle for power, honor, and wealth. The poor become a prey to avarice, insolence, and oppression. And while some are studying to supplant their neighbors and others striving to keep their stations, one villain will wink at the oppression of another. The people be fleeced and the public business neglected. From despotism and tyranny, good Lord, deliver us. Now ask yourself if that's not where we've found ourselves. Act accordingly.